Why are you who you are? Cosmology of the self. You can only change yourself. Who are you? Why do you want to avoid challenges? Spectrum of consciousness. Courage requires vulnerability. Are you prepared for that? If you can't change your mind, you don't have a mind to change. Let's go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, beans and blokes, and everybody else. So this is the thing. We have a limited time on this planet. No one asked to be brought into this world. You didn't, I didn't. Our parents kind of bumped into each other, and then, 9 months later, lo and behold, we arrive. And then the time is going to come when we have to leave this world. The thing is, we don't know when, which is a great thing, actually, because if we did know when, we wouldn't be able to function. It's as simple as that. So what is it that so what's the purpose? What's the point then? You're born and then you pass, and we don't know when we're going to pass. And we also don't know what the outcomes are going to be in our life and how they're going to unfold. So what is the point? You can just sit in your room and do nothing. But the point is that time will keep passing, and there's no stasis. You just don't end up there. Time is moving, everybody else is moving, the whole world is moving forward, and you're kind of left behind because you and I are lazy, or we don't want to get involved, or we've got issues that we haven't resolved with ourselves, so we don't engage fully. And before you know it, a year's gone by, 5 years have gone by, friggin' 10 years have gone by. So I think we kind of need to wake up a little bit to kind of figure out what we're going to do, and more importantly, why we want to do what we want to do. I mean, I mentioned this before, I think. The why is very crucial because it gives you some kind of purposefulness. It gives you a reason to get out of bed. And, if you're not really looking forward to Sunday night where you have a good night's sleep and so you're ready to wake up Monday and you look forward to that, then there's something not right. Why is it that we're not looking forward to a Monday? We know from research and many reports that 85% of people who do a job that they do are really not happy doing it. They'd rather be doing something else. So the only reason we end up doing stuff that we're doing is to get a paycheck at the end of the month. So you can pay your rent, you can pay your mortgage, or you pay your bond, and you pay for your frigging car, and you pay for your clothes and for your nights out. And, and then what? It's like, again, 5 years go by and you end up still in the same job, or you move several jobs for whatever reason. So it's important to know why we're doing what we're doing. And if we don't have a passion for something, then maybe we need to reappraise and go for something that we really want to do. And then people say to me, well, I've got a lifestyle, and if I don't want to take the risk. Well, fine, then that's a choice you're making. Then stop moaning and complaining and just get on with it. But if you want to take the risk, then the thing is that you don't know what's going to happen. By staying in the job that you're staying with is a risk in itself, because you may not have a job in a year's time, in 5 years' time. The company retrenches, the economic cycle changes, or some competition comes along, and suddenly you're out of a job. Then what you going to do? You've ended up 5 years in a job that you didn't really enjoy doing, and now suddenly you're out of a job, and what the hell? So there's always a risk in life, but you and I have got to make a choice on how we do it. So I'm not saying leave your job now and take a risk and do something else. That'd be stupid, right? You've got to use your intellect. I mean, it's a God-given gift. So you've got to plan something out. So you have a goal, say, a big goal in front of you, but then there's incremental steps you can take. You can take smaller steps towards that goal unfolding. And that's having a plan. You've got to have a plan. And then a point comes where you can do something and resign from the job and do the other thing full time. Maybe you have to lower your standard of living. Get out of the 2-bedroom apartment and move into a 1-bedroom apartment. But how badly do you want what you want? And what are you prepared to do for it? And the truth is that, outcomes are unknown. No one knows what's going to happen. You can have the best business plan. You can have the best cash flow forecast. The bank is on your side. you've got money in your pocket, you've got great advisors, or whatever, whatever, and you still don't know what is going to happen. But the risk is not doing anything, you'll never know what's going to happen. But it's through engagement that doors will open and close. That's how it works. Look back in your life. When you've done something, when I've done something, the trajectory takes me, in through a maze, through some other exit. So doors open and close. And that's part of the excitement, actually. That gives, it's a thrill to not knowing actually what's going to happen. Because when it does happen, you think, wow, look how this happened. So it's the unfoldment of the journey is important. It's the journey itself that is the important thing. And if you and I are not doing what we really want to do, it leads us into all kinds of our darker side. Then I'm no good to myself, I'm no good to my partner or my wife or my kids or anybody else. So the world becomes less of a better place. So make it a better place by finding out who you really are. And there's some things which in the last few minutes I've kind of generalized, but hopefully over the next few weeks I'll pick on one or two of these particular topics and unpack them even more for ourselves, and hopefully we'll get more of an insight. But in the meantime, I think maybe reflection is a good thing. Meditation on these things is a good thing. It's only through reflection and contemplation that we begin to get some answers as well. The thing is, me telling you is not going to change you. One, because I can't change you, and you can't change me. At best, we can change ourselves. And I think we need to kind of have the wherewithal to do that. I'll see you soon. Bye.